This is the house Blanche was born in. Is that 912 Broad Street? Where's Darlene?
I think everybody's picture.
It's the house where Mother was born. And this is the house where the grandparents owned, evidently. Your mother?
Mother, Mom say Snyder.
Snyder's lived here, and this is 906, right?
And then Daddy came up and bought that house.
That house, okay.
Over there, and that's where Blanche was born.
Uh-huh.
And then this was a garage, and he built the top story, and that's where I was born.
Oh.
In 28.
Yeah, it's probably a lot different now.
I guess this is where Grandma and Grandpa Snyder lived.
Yeah. That's 906, 906, that's the address.
Yeah.
Now, did they come out here first, or did they come out
Yes,
after
they
you?
came here first from Michigan.
Okay.
In
they bought this
probably
house.
1923, I'd say, or 4, somewhere along in there.
Uh-huh.
1923 or 1924, because
Okay.
they were here.
Keep talking.
And then Mother and Daddy moved from Staten Island down here in 1923 or 4 and bought that house.
Okay, so they bought this one, so they bought this one next to it just because it was next to it.
Yeah, but this had a garage back here.
Yeah,
see?
okay.
So then Daddy built the apartment above the garage
Right.
where Joyce was born in 1928.
Now, were all these houses around here there
I don't
at
know
that point?
anything else.
Was the
All I
street
know
up
is
there?
these 3 houses.
But you know if there's a house across the
I
street
don't
at that
know
point?
anything
Okay,
about
this
that.
is
Okay.
this house here.
I moved out of here when I was about 8.
Now, tell me about your parents bought that house in back of you.
My father bought that in 1925 after Florida.
Okay,
I was born in 1925 in this home.
right. Now, when did they build this? Okay.
And Daddy built an apartment above the garage. This was a garage.
I gotta get closer to hear you, okay.
Daddy built an apartment above it. So in 1928, that's where your mother Joyce.
Why did they move out of this house and onto into that one?
Joyce was born back there. It was an apartment
I understand
above
that.
the garage.
Why did they move out of this house and move in the apartment up there?
I don't know.
Did they rent this
I
one
really
out?
don't know.
Okay.
But my grandma Snyder lived over there.
Do you remember your Grandma Snyder?
My grandmother Mary Snyder lived in that house.
Do you remember her? Do you have any memories of her at all?
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Well, what do you remember?
There's something going on down there. Anyway, I have a picture of my father and mother sitting in a 1925 Buick that they bought the year I was born,
Uh-huh.
right in front of this house.
Okay. But you don't know why they moved out of the house and... Now, when did you...
I really can't remember. I know they moved to the river near Florida. I've got it written down at home. I don't have an album.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay.
I have it at your house. I have some of that information
Okay.
written down in that other book.
That's the house you were born in. It was a garage.
Up down below was a garage.
Right.
And then Daddy, who lived over here,
Uh-huh.
he built the upstairs. And then they moved from there to the upstairs over here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, still, 1, 2, 3.
And I don't know if they sold that house or what. I don't
Okay.
I can't remember. That's my brother. So they went out looking for outfits and they found one. In fact, he had a power machine.
Well, then we...
I remember when they came back. I mean, I was only about 5 years. That probably wasn't even that. I couldn't have been. I was only 3 when you were born.
Then we moved out to Riverview. And that's where we lived for a few more years on the river.
That's nice.
And then my
The
grandma
Alpine?
right on the Alpine River.
Oh wow, that's
We used
really
to go
nice.
swimming in the river.
Yeah, it's still really
Catch
nice. Out
alligators.
there. It's like alligators, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then Grandma Snyder, after her husband died, she moved across the river down the street. I can't remember, what's the name of the street that goes down the river? Where if a house backed up to the river about a half a mile down there, it'd be the first street that goes down there.
I'm not sure.
I think I have the street name, but I don't remember. Well, I'm not done with that. The Sulphur Springs still active with...
It's Sulphur Springs, but it's it's pretty bad.
And it's
not
not
a good area.
waterfalls and all that stuff anymore where they have canoes that go there.
This is the LFI River, Patterson Park, where Aunt Irene lived. What are you hiding behind there?
She wants to get a picture. You want to get a picture of the sign?
Yeah. This is the house where Aunt Irene lived.
That's where Aunt Irene.
That's 1107
Uncle Herman
Patterson.
lived.
Okay.
And where Rosalie, Evelyn, Marilyn, Leslie, Pitton all lived
Okay.
in the 1920s and 30s.
Okay.
My cousin Leslie, who was my brother Jack's very best friend, they found an alligator in this river. And they brought it up all the way, of course, it was more shrubbery, you know, but anyway, they brought it up all the way up to this house and put it in the driveway. They brought it all the way up here and put it in the driveway. And this is the night Joyce was born. The next day, they found that it had a paw missing. So they turned it loose and put it back in the river.
Oh, I thought it got loose.
Okay. Now what about how you got your name?
How? Okay, now Jack named me.
Jack named you
Yeah,
Elsie
Mother
Joyce?
let Jack name me.
Because
He picked the name.
He did? Okay, I don't remember that.
That's what I've always heard.
Well, I'm sure that's true. He picked it Elsie Joyce or Joyce?
Joyce.
Okay, well, Mother's name was Elsie, so she named you Elsie Joyce Baker. I mean, Elsie Joyce Otten.
this is Columbia Restaurant. Ybor City.
We could park in here, can't
Yeah.
we? Their father built a garage there.
That's okay. And of course, the Williamses.
I know Dad, I just thought he's not home.
Oh, okay.
Now, how far now?
I'll get pictures of them talking.
My mom lives there. That's our guest house. And look at me. I just came from working out.
Sorry.
The ones that passed away, didn't she? The ones that moved.
Yes. Yeah.
She got married later. Anyway, there was our house or something.
And we lost the two big trees in here 2 years ago in the hurricane.
Do you mind if we walk down to the river?
Now, they've only lived here since '86,
Okay.
so she hasn't lived here that long.
Okay. Where was the dock up
You
at?
know, up the river this way, there's a sand. It's kind of a curve, and there's a sandbar on the end. You know, all on the sandbar. We would swim up that way, and that sandbar would be covered with alligators because they'd be sunning in the sun.
Sure.
And we would swim. It never bothered us.
You think there's still alligators out there now?
I don't know, but my brother used to catch alligators and bring them up here. And we'd actually kind of not play with them, but it's
Play?
fun.
Where did Blanche go? Oh, it's here now.
Yeah, beautiful home.
Went into her. That's
Then
a screened-in
right
swimming
down-
pool, I guess.
Right down here where that dock is, Jackie,
Yeah?
it's kind of a sandy bar. We'd come down here at night and go swimming before we'd go to bed, and we'd go skinny dipping because nobody was here.
Yeah.
Now, there was people on the other side of the river, though.
Yeah, but they can't see in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of the dark.
Huh.
This is really beautiful.
You say you learned to swim here?
Oh yeah. Over on the road here, it came
Yeah,
straight
I'm
down.
trying to
I
get away
followed
from
the
you.
Water.
Where?
Well, this road came straight down to the water. There was a dock here.
Uh-huh.
And when I was 3 years old, I fell in the water off of the dock, the end of the dock, and my mother was standing on shore, of course, and I swam to the shore. That's how I learned to swim. I was 3 years old.
When you were 3 years old, huh?
Now this is where I'd come down, and my brother and I would swim across. Okay, now see that little inland over there
Uh-huh.
on the left-hand side of that house?
Oh, yes.
That's on the right-hand side is where the Colsons lived.
Uh-huh.
So Jack and I would swim across this river to the Olson's house. And back.
And you would just swim, or would you swim on his back?
I would swim until I got tired.
Oh.
Then I would get on his back.
How old was he then?
Oh, he was married. He was getting married.
Oh, okay. So
You
he's
know.
grown. Huh.
So he probably was, I don't know,
And he used
maybe.
and he used to call you Pee Wee?
Uh-huh, Pee Wee. Come on, Pee Wee, let's go swimming. I was his Pee Wee.
Is the water warm?
I don't know what it is now.
Well, it's probably the same.
You're talking about 73 years ago.
Oh, really?
This is Joanne Francis,
Joanne
and she's Marilyn's daughter,
Yes, Marilyn.
and Marilyn is Irene's daughter,
Marilyn Pitts.
and Irene and Elsie were sisters.
Marilyn Snyder, no, Marilyn Pitt.
Marilyn Pitton J-Row.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're from where in Tennessee?
Right now, Hendersonville out of Nashville.
Their mother
Okay.
was Aunt Irene.
We're going up to Johnson City here
I was
shortly.
born in Tampa,
Aunt
Florida.
Irene and
Yeah.
Uncle
All of
Herman.
my life we were there. I met him.
That's her grandparents.
Now, where were you born in Tampa?
When he was 15. Pardon?
Where were you born in Tampa?
North Florida Avenue.
Okay.
And then I was
That's
reared
Sulphur Springs.
in Seminole Heights.
Seminole Heights, I remember that. Yeah,
A couple of blocks from where they were born.
yeah, we were going
Yeah,
up right.
yeah, Florida was up there in Sulphur Springs.
Reared in that big house on the corner of Highland and Hamilton Avenue. Now Mother is gone. She wanted a brand new house. It's a brand new small
We
house.
found the Patterson Street house where Aunt Irene lived.
Oh,
been to
I
that?
wish I knew the number. I'd like to
Patterson?
see that.
I think
Yes, I
We
remember
found
when I was 2. She
It was
made
right
me a
across from the
dollhouse.
river.
Grandma hid it.
Raining. It's sprinkling. Actually, they've had really good weather, all things considered, but there's rain all around us. Know what? Have you ever had alligators out here? They were talking about when they lived there on the streets. And I had to finally get them away.
Tyler,
Usually like Tuesdays and
Joanne's
Fridays.
grandson.
Barbecue Day.
Oh.
That's when everyone.
There's my,
Barbara Bailey.
they had daughters, Virginia and, what's the other girl's name? That's just the oldest one, Virginia and Dorothy. They lived up Wisconsin.
That's all right. I'm getting what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
I've been hearing her give the history
And this
lessons.
was Charles Snyder, you know, he died that was his brother, and that's my mother, Elsie. Elsie May.
See, Mom's name was Evelyn Elsie,
She's named after my
after
mother.
your mother.
Right.
Oh, for heaven's
Now, my mom's name is Elsie Joyce,
Oh, for heaven's
and I'm Jacqueline Joyce. These are movies.
We're all Snyders and Bakers or
Bailey's. Barbara Bailey. Okay.
Snyders. Very good.